Hello, guys. This is Avcoor, and I just want to go into a hero breakdown, a hero overview, actually. I'm going to start with the B heroes because I have a lot to cover. Obviously, there's like three characters that I don't have. I don't have him. I don't have her. I'll be getting her soon. But let's talk about the hero of the game, Bill Rizer. Stat wise, um, he's a B hero, so his stats aren't going to be as high as other heroes. His HP is moderate. His burst damage is moderate too. His overall damage is average, but he does have control. He doesn't have any movement, and he really doesn't have any assist. He's just a straightforward attacker with stun, which is basic control. But I will say is that he's still relevant in 3v3 PvP. But you just can't have like a team of them anymore. You can only have one build, and then he'll do the job that you're asking him to do, which is to lay down cover fire for like the attackers, the people who get in close range. So I think Bill Ryder's still good at that job. I mean, as for his skills, let's go into those real quick. Explosive missile is not really needed. We really don't have to explain explosive missile, but I'll go into it anyway. So you you shoot out three missiles. Well, I'll just read it out. Explosive missile with two straight shots. That's the passive effect. Launches three spiraling missiles. Each missile explodes on hit or after traveling at a fixed distance, dealing area damage, which is good, equal to 64.7% of attack plus 251 damage and inflicting knockback, which is good. This is basically stun. It also fires two explosive missiles to each side, dealing area damage equal to 26.5% of attack plus 98 damage. Hold to aim and release fire. That's actually important. The whole aim action allows you to time your hits better, but the margin of where you can hold is very slim, but it's actually really necessary. You'll see in my test runs, because I did some test runs with Bill Rizer today, and you'll see sometimes that I actually hold the charge effect to actually time my hits, because timing is important with Bill Rizer. I'll show you. Really straightforward attack. You'll notice that all the older heroes have the switch gun effect. Let me go back. Where their gun changes. They have their own like personal gun that they use to fire. It's just kind of neat. And let's go to the second one, which I think is overlooked, but it's really good. G5 grenade. Throw three grenades simultaneously. Throws forward a cluster of three grenades, which explode and cause area damage equal to 137%, 137.4% of attack plus 586 damage. That actually means it increases your overall damage. Because when you go over 100%, that means you actually go past your regular attack. So this actually increases your overall attack damage when you're using the skill, which is pretty good. Bill has solid damage output, and that's what makes him kind of unique amongst the B characters, because he can consistently deal good damage, and you'll see that in the test run videos. But this is the sucky part about all B characters. Their passes are like low. They're only like three. Like the S and SS characters get 6 and 5. But your boy Bill here only gets 3, but we'll go over them anyway. Explosive missiles become spread shot rounds that cause less damage. This actually is good. Even though you do less damage, you get more range, in which I think is more important. People will debate that, but I think it's important because you, as a Bill Rizer user, must realize that you have no movement. You cannot increase your movement in any way or fashion. There's passives that do that, but I mean, you don't have a dash skill. That's basically what I'm saying. So this actually spreading out the range of your attack is really good. Cluster grenade is actually really good. You just get more grenades. You toss more grenades out. Um, and the requirement is only like a burst cannon, which you get from doing endless runs, endless mode, and this is from story mode. So most of his weapons you can unlock from this story mode. Charge strike, when build HP drops below 75, 50, 25%, you gain charge strike effect, which actually increases his attack by each stack by 5%. This is really good. Not as great as other people's passive, but for Bill, it's all right. I mean, he is a B character. So when the more he gets hit, at certain thresholds, he just gets more damage. And in 3v3, this is important because you die all the time in 3v3. You'll see me die a lot in 3v3. And before you die, you really want to kill a guy. So this is really good. So like you don't lose like the momentum of taking fort. So that's important. So I think charge strike is all right. Not great, but it's all right. Excuse me. When you look at overall gameplay, um, the best weapons for Bill Rizer, I think, is let's go. Let's go into weapons. Shadow Inferno Cannon, I think, is like a core weapon for Bill Rizer, as it allows him to stun people and slow them down, which he needs since he doesn't have movement enhancement. Um, and if you can't afford that, Burst Inferno Cannon actually has stun. Where's it at? It has burst impact, so it does give you brief stun, which is good. So if you can't afford like Shadow Inferno Cannon, I think uh, Burst Cannon is fine. If you can't afford Shadow Inferno, I understand. Not everybody's willing to spend on this game. That's why I make these videos, because sometimes people get carried away and they think like you have to spend money, but Burst Inferno Cannon works just fine. For a second weapon, it could be any number of things. Any assault rifle like Roaring Thunder is good for Bill. Golden M4A1 is good for Bill. Even sniper rifles are good for Bill because he's not supposed to be like getting too close to the opponent. He's supposed to be a little bit away. And so is Golden Crusher. Golden Crusher is really good for Bill because you want to sit back, shoot, then you want to go inside because you can switch between this and his explosive missile. So believe it or not, Golden Crusher is actually good for Bill. Golden Gatling is actually good for Bill because of the consistent damage output. So I think like the Golden Gatling and Shadow Inferno Cannon and Spread Shot is real good too. Spread Shot is actually good for Bill because it gives him the range he needs, and you can swipe it out with your burst cannon skill. Sorry guys, I'm almost done. Let me go over strengths and weaknesses, and we'll close it out. I think Bill's, as any low grade hero, the fact that you can get a lot of fragments on him is good, because once his fragment goes up, he gets higher stats. Man, I can't do it right now. Yeah, I can't do it right now. He gets higher stats, so I think that is best. That's one of the best aspects of all B characters. And Bill personally, um, he's a good control character. Like if you have one Bill on the team, and you have like people like John Connor or Terminator or Lance, Iron Lance, even Even Vera, he really shines. Because his survivability is almost as good as Vera. And he can stand on the battlefield and kind of stun for it so he doesn't take that much damage. Because you want Vera to stay alive. That's one of the characters you want to stay alive. So Bill is supposed to die. He's supposed to go long range, get in the mid range and die. That's his job. And stun the opponent while he's doing it. His weaknesses though are his stats. I think one of the biggest glaring weaknesses in Bill is his stats. He just has low stats like all B heroes. His second one is he has no mobility. He can't go any faster than he moves. He cannot run. He cannot like super jump or nothing. And his damage output is moderate, but he has stuns which kind of compensate for it. But still, he has low stats and his damage output is average, and he has no movement, so that really hurts him. That's why you can't have 3 Bills on a team because they'll just get ripped apart by John Connor. But if you have 1 Bill and a John Connor, then that John Connor has to worry about another John Connor. So Bill can do his job and he can do it well. But anyways, if you like my content, hit the like, share, subscribe button. I'll get back to you. Have a great day and bye.